So an issue that youth are facing today with the juvenile system would be the same as adults, where minority youth are receiving harsher sentences and being charged for harsher crimes than white juveniles. So the program that I chose works with at-risk youth, and its focus is on prevention. The name of the program is called Breaking Cycles. It's located here in San Diego, California, and it's through the San Diego County probation system and the juvenile courts. So their target group is high-risk youth who are on probation and their families, and also some youth who are just at risk and have not been forced to go into probation yet, but were recommended by the courts. Their mission statement is Breaking Cycles provides case management and therapeutic interventions to high-risk youth and their families to break the cycle of delinquency. This collaborative program reduces juvenile crime, decreases reliance on incarceration, and ensures public safety by providing community-based intervention for youth and families. So like I said, it's a preventative program for youth so that they don't have to be put in the position, so they are never put in the position, hopefully in the future, of having to go to prison or jail or committing crimes when they're over the age of 18. So anybody under the age of 18 qualifies for this program, and there's different levels, kind of like probation. So there will be like a 60-day program or a 90-day program or a 120-day program, or it can be until they feel that you would be successful if you're no longer in the Breaking Cycles program. It's all depending on the courts and the San Diego probation system. So the funding is all through the government and the San Diego County probation. And they also have partnerships with other counties. So there's different office for each county. So you'll have North County, East County, San Diego, there'll be one in Chula Vista, and so on. And then the funding, they can get funding, like I said, they'll get funding through the government, but then they'll also get donations. Like, for example, when I was on the North County website, they were getting sponsorships from Sleep Train or other companies around here in San Diego. And then you can also make a donation as well. A lot of these families who are in the program are minorities. We're right here, right next to the border, so a lot of them are Latino, Hispanic, and then so everybody, each facility has somebody who speaks Spanish to help the families out as well, because counseling is not just mandatory for the juvenile, but it's also for the family, because a lot of the times some of these students they could commit violent crimes or be in a fight, or just commit violent actions because they lack a connection to their family or their community, maybe because they come from a single family home and the parent is constantly working, and the child just has no one there really to like listen to them, or they just feel disconnected from a lot of people in their community or their family. So that's why I think counseling is great, that it's mandatory for both the family and the individual. And then it also provides substance abuse in case they were addicted to alcohol or any type of drug here, any type of like drug. And then they also have an educational program, making sure that they graduate their high school, get their GED. A lot of these students probably dropped out or just no longer going. And the counseling is great because it gets into the why, but the program is still similar to a probation where it holds these individuals accountable, and if they don't stay with the program, then they can serve jail time. But the program is meant to stop that from happening, because just like adults who are in jail waiting for their court case are more likely to be convicted or to commit crimes again. Juveniles are the same as well. One downside that I found, and then also in their summary, is that they do feel that they are understaffed just because they want to help as many juveniles as they can, but they just can't give that individual attention to each child. And they feel that some students fall through the cracks, and that's why recidivism can happen again with some of these students. And then one of the reasons they feel they're understaffed is for the funding. They just need more money, but since California is such a big state, they're lacking funding for all the juveniles that they wish that they could help. And another downside, I think, that they didn't address is just that I understand that at 18 you're legally an adult, but I feel there's no leeway for 18, 19, 20-year-olds to make mistakes. So if they make a mistake when they're 18, let's say like a month after their birthday, they're automatically going to the adult system. But yes, age-wise, they are legally an adult, but I don't feel that they many of them are mature enough to understand the consequences of their actions. And some of them might have gone to juvenile jail, but don't understand the difference between being in a juvenile jail compared to one that's for adults with serious criminals. And I feel like this program could be expanded to maybe 20-year-olds. I understand because it's ran like by a government program. They're limited to how many individuals they can help, but they could maybe have a transition program for 18 to 20-year-olds or 18 to 21-year-olds, because we don't even allow these so-called adults to drink alcohol until they're 21, but we can sentence them to prison time and have them live with serious criminals. So that just seems like a double standard to me. But yeah, there can definitely be a transition program. A lot of these students are individuals in the Breaking Cycles program are also in foster care, so they might not have a support system after they turn 18. So they were great in the program, but as soon as they graduate, it's just figure it out yourself because they don't have a family to rely on. So these are the groups that I feel like are just, we're helping them because they're legally children, but as soon as they're adults, they're on their own. So I think that's one place that the program could be improved, or they, like I said, they could have a transitioning program added on to the one they have now. But the work they are doing with the under 18 and working on prevention, I think is great, and it is statistics have shown that it is helping with recidivism among minorities and whites. And then there's a reason I chose this is because there's a quote that says it's easier to help a child than to fix an adult. And I think that's exactly what this program is trying to do. And I think it's a great program to stop children from having to spend time in jail and focus on their problems and helping them out. because they might have done something wrong, but at the end of the day, they are still children.